Hi, let's talk very fast about the MatrixBrute, this synthesizer, because there are a lot of videos showing the capabilities of this synthesizer. I just want to tell you that it's a monophonic synthesizer, monophonic and also paraphonic synthesizer that has 3 oscillators, 2 of them are very powerful, a noise generator, an external input for audio signal. You have some audio modulation, 2 LFOs that are with the default waveforms, but you can also design your waveforms. You have 2 filters, one Steiner Parker and another that is the ladder filter. You have 3 envelopes, 5 effects that are analog, and you have a step sequencer that is 64 step. And what puts apart this synthesizer is the modulation matrix. It's like to have a modular synthesizer, but instead to use patch cable, you will use this sort of C-bottle. Here you have the sources, and here you have the destination of the modulation, and with this knob you will define the amount of the modulation. There are 12 programmed destination. Here you have other 4 that are freely assignable, but Arturia with the latest update gave you the opportunity to expand this freely assignable destination. Before they were 4, now you have 16 of them. Let's talk about a sound that I designed on this synthesizer. That is the Jean-Michel Jarre Oxygene 2 arpeggiated sound. Let's have a look how it is sounding, and after I will explain how I did it. Before, let's go to the sequencer. As you can see, there are 18 steps. I can show you note by note what is going on. The first one is D2. Of course, if you will change the note on the keyboard, it will play in another tonality. To play the right tonality, you need to hit C key. So again. Okay, let's go to the upper row of the sequencer, that is the modulation. So it is what the sequencer is modulating in the modulation matrix. And here there are the steps that are triggering the VCO number 3, the bass sound. The first one is on, the second one off, third and fourth on, off. So it's like 1, off, 2, off, 2, off, 2, off, 2, off, 2, off, and 1 here, the last one. Going to the oscillator section, here we have the values are in the position of the knobs, so you can see very easily how they are set. The course is maximum 24 semitones, no sawtooth wave. I have the square wave that is more than half volume. Pulse width is a little bit less than 1/4. I have a triangular wave without metallizer. This is the volume that is set to go to the Steiner Parker filter. The second oscillator, it's also on 24 semitones. The same waves are going on, the square and the triangular. I gave a little bit of different shape to the pulse wave. There is a little bit of metallizer. The volume is at half. I used also the second oscillator because we are talking about an analog synthesizer, so even if the fine knob is in the center, there will be a little bit of differences between the first and the second oscillator, so you will achieve a little bit of chorus effect. You can hear the difference. I think I got very close to the original sound. Now let's go to the Steiner-Parker filter. You have no brute factor, no drive. The Steiner-Parker filter is set to a low pass with 24 dB per octave. The cutoff point is this one. The envelope is set here. The Steiner out is set here, and you have no resonance. For what concerns the envelope, you have this on the filter, is like this is showing here, and this on the amplifier. Of course, the filters are working in parallel mode. Let's go to the oscillator number 3. On the oscillator number 3, I used a square wave. The volume is set to 0, after I will explain why. It's going through the ladder filter, low pass, 24 dB per octave, a little bit of brute factor, no drive. This is the cutoff point, no envelope amount, maximum level to the ladder out, and no resonance. The oscillator 3 volume and filter are controlled by the envelope 3. The third oscillator, as you can see here, has no keyboard tracking. It means that it will play always the same note, because if I was tracking the oscillator with the keyboard, it would play the note that are recorded here, but I don't want that the bass will play the same note of the arpeggio. The bass is just a G note that is going on. So what I did, I detached the keyboard tracking, and with the coarse tune I adjusted the tune, the pitch of this oscillator to stay in tune with the arpeggiated part. So let's go to the modulation matrix. Here, the first thing that you can see is the keyboard tracking that is modulating the filter, the Steiner-Parker filter, so higher pitched notes are more opened. Here we have the sequencer modulation that is set here, that is controlling the VCO3 level. But as you can see, there is no amount, so it's like it's not working, because with the modulation wheel, as you can see, the amount is at maximum level. With this, that is L13, I am controlling how much the sequencer will give volume to the oscillator 3. So it's understandable that when I will rise up the modulation wheel, you will start to hear the bass. If I would not do like this, you would have the bass note always running. But I wanted, like in the track, I wanted to introduce the bass like with the fading in. Let's look at here. This is again the step sequencer that is modulating a little bit this resonance of the ladder filter. You will hear the difference. I again will show you just the bass. There is difference, there is more bite. The envelope 3 is modulating the filter cutoff. just a little bit. I don't want a very big modulation. And also the envelope tree here with the modulation wheel is modulating the volume of the oscillator tree that is given by the sequencer, but a little bit also by the envelope tree. And the envelope tree is set, as you can see here, with these values. No attack, short decay, sustain and release completely down. To the effect section, I am using the stereo delay. The values are shown with the position of the knobs. So what you are looking here is the exact value of the setting. Of course, you can play a little bit, especially with the feedback and the tone, so the filter that is applied on the delay. The dry wet is 50%. Going to the sequencer, we have the tempo that is 116, triplet note. This is the subdivision, and it's going forward. The gate is 100% and no swing. So I think that I explained everything about this sound. If you have questions, write me in the comment, please.